Guys, welcome to School Zone. I am by name Abraham Peace, popularly known as Ola. I'm a graduate of Federal Polytechnic Nasarawa. So very quickly in this video, I will be teaching you how to calculate your semester breakdown. You know, most of you don't care about knowing how your GP is being calculated. You only go to the class, you take your lectures, you read your books, and you come and write your exams and stay in one place and wait for your results to be placed. Some of you normally, even the anxiety of seeing your results will almost kill you at home, because you'll be like, oh, I don't know what will be placed on the notice board, I don't know what will be placed there, and I don't have an idea. But in this video, I will be teaching you how to know how to calculate your semester breakdown GP, so that you don't need to even go to check your result on the notice board once it's placed. You don't need to be anxious to follow others to go and check. Now, the three reasons why you need to know how to calculate your semester GP is because, one, the Federal Polytechnic Nasarawa, as a case study, does not place breakdown with the grade points. They only place the grade points on the notice board, unlike other universities who place each grade point of each courses you have. Say for example, you are taking STB 111, they place both the grade points and the GP down below. So another reason why you need to know how to calculate your semester GP is because errors might be made in the exams and record, and the only way to trace where these errors are made is if you know how to calculate your semester GP. Then once you know how to calculate, you know that yes, this is what I got in my test, this is what I got in my exam, and this is how my GP should look like. This is what I should get in this course. Then another reason is because so that you will not be surprised when you go to check your GP on the notice board once it's placed. I've seen some people collapsing, I've seen some people taking sniper, I've seen some people killing themselves once they, because of the anxiety, and they get surprised once they check their results on the notice board. Now, with this skill, with this video, you will learn how to calculate this, and you will not need to be anxious of checking your GP once it is being placed. So guys, if this video is going to add any value to you, if it's going to be informative, educative, please do make sure you share this video with your friends, post it on your status. Also support this channel, School Zone, by hitting the like button, also hitting the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell button, so as to get notified of the next interesting and informative and educative video that will be uploaded. So let's get to the classroom right away. So we are here now, guys. You can see this is the standard grading point from F to A. So for A, you just once you score from 75 to 100, that's cumulatively your test, your practical, and everything. From 75 to 100 is A. Then from 70 to 74 is AB. So you'll be thinking, I did this, I did that, but still my GP is low. This is how it is being graded. So for B, it's from 65 to 69. That's the standard grading point. For BC, we have from 60 to 64. For C, we have 55 to 59. Then for CD, it's from 50 to 54. So you can see that if you are following me well, you see that the difference between A and AB is a difference of about 4 to 5 marks, and the difference of B and BC is about 4 marks, 5 marks. So for E, it's from 40 to 44, and F is from 0 to 39. So the next step is to calculate your credit points according to your credit hours and your grade, which will be used to calculate your GP at the long run. So for 6 credit units, we are going to be calculating for 6 credit units, for 5 credit units, 4, 3, 2, and 1 credit unit. So if you are getting A for a 6 credit unit, which means you scored between 75 to 100, your grade points or your credit points will be 24. So for 6 credit units and you have AB grade, that means your points is between 70 to 74. You scored 70 to 74 in your course, it will be 21. So for B, if you score between 65 to 67, your credit points under 6 credit load units will be 18. For BC, it means you scored between 60 to 64 score. Your grade points will be 15. Then, if you scored, you have C for the C grade, that means you scored between 55 to 59 in your course. Then it will be 12 points, 12 credit points. Still under our 6 credit load units, if you have CD grade, it means you scored between 50 to 54 in your course. It will be 9 points. Then for D, if you score between 45 to 49 in your course, it will be 6 points. Then for E, still under the 6 credit load unit, don't forget, you scored between 40 to 44, that's over 100, your grade point will be 3. Then for the F, remember we said for F, that means you scored 0 to 39, that's F, then your grade point will be 0. So subsequently, for a 5 credit unit, 4, 3, 2, and 1, these are the credit points. So for courses that are very popular that we normally take most often in Federal Polytechnic Nasarawa, 3 and 2 credit units, which are mostly common in most departments. So if you are getting a grade for a 3 credit unit, the grade point is 12. For AB, the grade point is 10.5. For B, the grade point is 9. For BC, the grade point is 7.5. For C, the grade point is 6. For CD, the grade point is 4.5. And for D, the grade point is 3. For E, the grade point is 1.5. And for F
is a carryover.
So, guys, basically, this is an example of a typical semester grade reports of an ND1 SLT student. So, these are the courses, the course code. These are the credit hours. You can see 3, 3, 3, 3, 2, 1, 1, as we did on the charts earlier. So, these are the grade points. So, these students actually add A for this course code, add AB for this course code, also AB, and thereabouts. So, what we are going to be doing is to calculate the grade point. I want to pick it from this credit points chart for which I taught you earlier. So, for this course, it's a 3 credit units, and the students add A for this course. So, I'm going to go to this chart to pick our credit point unit. So, for a 3 credit unit, you can see if the student is having A or made A in that course, the credit point is 12. So, I'm just going to input 12 here. So, for this course, STC 121 is also a 3 credit unit or a 3 credit hour course, and the student made an AB. So, I'm going to trace it from our chart. AB under 3, you can see here, he had 10.5. So, we're going to put it here, 10.5. So, for the 3 credit unit, he had AB. So, I'm not going to duplicate this score here because it's the same as this. We don't need to go back to the chart. So, it's going to be 10.5. So for this course, STC 123, it also is a 3 credit load unit course. So the grade, he made an A grade, and so you can see from here A grade is 12. So I don't want to indicate the score. So that's 12. So for STP 121, it's still 3 credit load unit, and the student here made a B. So I'm going to go to the charts and check for B. So this is B, I'm going to trace it. So for 3 credit units, the grade point is the credit point is 9. So I'm going to put it in here. 9. So STP 122 is actually a 2 credit load unit course, and the student made B. So from our charts, I'm going to trace 2 credit units B. That's 6 points. So we're going to put it here. 6 points. So GLT121A and GLT121B are all 1 credit unit courses for SLT students. So the students made AB for GLT121A. So I'm going to check from our chart. 1 credit unit AB is 3.5. So I'm going to input it here under our credit point units, 3.5. So this is also 1 credit unit, and the student made an A grade. So I'm going to check our chart. That's 4. So I'm going to input it here. Then column 1 to 3 is also a 3 credit unit, and the student made an A. So if you can recall from this, that's a credit point of 12. So I'm going to put it in here. So the remaining courses are basically 2 credit units. The student made an A here. So I'm going to trace it from charts, 2 credit units, and A grade is 8. So I'm going to input it in here. For GLS 121 is also a 2 credit units, as I told you, and the student made an AB. So I'm going to trace it also, 2 credit units AB. The point is 7. So I'm just going to input it here. Then GLS 101 is also a 2 credit unit, but here the student went a little bit below and scored a B grade. So I'm going to check 2 credit units, B grade, that's 6. So I'm going to put it here. Then also 2 credit units, AB grade. And as you can see, GS 121 also is AB grade. So I want to take you back to the chart. We'll just duplicate the score, which is 7. So we're at the verge of calculating your GP. That's the main purpose of this video. So what we are going to be doing now is to sum up the total number of your credit hours or your credit units, which you all know, and also sum up the total number of your credit points. That's how your GP is being calculated. So if you sum this up, 3 plus 3, 6, 9, 12, thereabouts, you have 30 in total. That's 30 credit units, 30 credit hours, or whichever you call it. Then the credit points, to get your total credit points, well, we want to get the sum of the credit points. So we're going to add 12 plus 10.5, 10.5 plus 12 plus 9. The total is 107.5. 107.5. So to get your GP, to calculate the GP, which is the final stage, you just need to divide your credit points divided by your credit hours or your credit units. So from my calculation here, you see your credit point is 107.5. That's 107.5 divided by your total credit hours, which is 30. So basically that's 107.5 divided by 30, and that's giving us a total of 3.58. And this 3.58 is your semester GPA. That's your semester grade point, for which once you go to the notice board and you see your grade point being placed, this is how it is being calculated. So guys, let's say for example you are an N1 student, and this is how your each semester is being calculated. Your each semester breakdown. This your each semester grade points. This is how it's being calculated. So let's say for example your first semester is 3.58, and your second semester, let's say for example you got 3.50. So to get your cumulative for the first semester and second semester in your ND1, it's going to be your first semester plus your second semester divided by 2. So to get your third semester also, your third semester will be calculated simply like this, just the way I taught you in this video, and it's going to be added plus your cumulative of both your first semester and second semester plus your third semester divided by 3. So that means if for example you add first semester 3.58, second semester 3.50, and your third semester maybe also 3.50, it's going to be added divided by 3. So for your final semester, for which you have a graduating GPA, to calculate your cumulative, it will be this 3 which you already have as 1 because it's already divided by 3. So plus your final semester, which is the fourth semester in the Polytechnic, will now be added and divided by 2. This is done because so as to help students to improve their scores, because if they are to add it and divide by 4, many students will be below average. But once this is done, it will also help to raise the grades of the students. So those that are actually in lower can come up to upper, and those that are in upper can actually come up to distinction. So that's it. What you have seen in the video in the classroom, I believe you will be able to calculate your GP on your own. You'll be able to determine how your GP will be. You'll be able to predict what your GP will be like even before writing your exams. So I would like to indulge you and advise you to always collect your semester breakdown, because most students don't care about their grades, and it's very bad. You paid a lot of money to learn these things in the classes, so you need to be serious and take your academics very serious. That is the reason for this video. So make sure you collect your semester breakdown so that it could be in line with what you've calculated before. Not only going to the notice board, but go to the department, apply for this semester breakdown. It's totally free. Make sure you collect it. It's your right. You must collect it, and so that you can balance your academic stuff, and also in the courses where you have lapses, you can upgrade more in such courses. Let's say for example in STB 121 first semester and you add a B grade. To upgrade that, you need to see what you got there, then you calculate with your GP, so that you know that maybe you're having 3.50 for this semester. Next semester, if you're having an A in that course, you'll be having 3.58 or 3.6. So guys, if this video is going to add any value to you, if it's going to be informative, educative, please do make sure you share this video with your friends, post it on your status. Also support this channel, School Zone, by hitting the like button, also hitting the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell button, so as to get notified of the next interesting and informative and educative video that will be uploaded.